Hi guys, and welcome back to the Cassie Projects, and Happy New Year! The first video of 2021 is pretty simple really. I just wanted to do some painting for myself. I've got a few new gorgeous painting sets for Christmas and I wanted to have a good play with them. So I decided to paint a ballerina. This is my ballerina, but I'm actually going to blur it out so you can't see it. You'll have to watch the video to find out how it goes. Yeah, I thought I love drawing ballerinas. It's something that I really enjoyed when I did my GCSEs back at school. So yeah, I found a free reference image. Was it Pexels? I think it was Pexels. And I'll write below the person that put the photograph on there as well. And decided to do some watercolour and use my brand new gouache set. This you've probably seen before. It's the Himi Gouache it's the Himi Gouache 24 set. So I'm going to be showing you what I think of this beautiful little thing. Let's do it. So first up, I marked out on the piece of paper a perfect beautiful square. Why I did a square, I don't know. I just thought that it was a good idea at the time. Then I did a grid. So this was to help me copy the image and get all the perspective right. And I draw out my lovely little ballerina. It took some work, did this. The face was really hard. I'm getting there with proportions, but it takes me time, a lot of time. After the drawing was complete, I went in and used my putty rubber just to take away any of the harsh lines, which killed me a little bit because it was looking so darn beautiful. But because I was putting the watercolour on top of it, I didn't want to have the harsh pencil lines. So I did that, and there's my finished beautiful pencil drawing, and I was really proud of it. Oh, now is one of my Christmas presents. This is masking fluid. You've probably heard of it before if you're a watercolour profesh, but I hadn't, and I'd only ever used this sort of thing on my nails, believe it or not. But this is like a bit like glue, you know, the glue that you peel off your hands when you're a kid. I put that on the bits that I want to stay highlighted, and the paint won't go under there, so it's really, really handy. And here is another present that I got for Christmas. These are my squirrel mop brushes, and these are from Jackson Art. I've not used any of their supplies before, so these are very new to me, and I saw them and I just thought they just look so freaking cute and gorgeous and vintagey and I'm using my other new thing. Yeah, I got all art stuff for Christmas. I know. I'm ridiculous, but I like it and it's wonderful. I used my new watercolours. These are my Windsor and Newton watercolours. They're gorgeous. I love them so much. I changed some of the colouring with the Ballerina. On the photograph she had like a white top and a white skirt, but I decided to make them blue, mainly because when I was a ballerina I used to wear blue, and I just thought it'd be more interesting to paint a colour instead of with white, and a bit easier, to be honest. Moving on, so another Christmas present is my Himi Gouache set, and I am so excited to use this. It is untrue. It came with 3 lovely little paintbrushes, and unfortunately there was a couple of spillages as well, so it didn't really come, you know, in one piece. But I thought I'd risk it and hope that the paints were still intact. Opening them is not fun. I didn't enjoy opening them. It's like the little sauces that you get from McDonald's, but really difficult to open. And then you also have the paint on the lid part, so then you don't want to waste that, so you have to scrape it into the pot as well. And you get quite messy, and it's not an enjoyable process, I'll tell you that. But great idea, I do like it, and I love how much paint you actually get. These are like some good heavy chunky paints. Here is me putting them all in the set, taking the lids off, and it took me a long time to do, so you've got the nice quick version, because it probably took me about 20 minutes. It was frustrating. However, the colours, hello. Now these are some very beautiful, vibrant colours, and I'm so impressed with the colour palette. It's gorgeous. So this is well, it's not my first time using gouache. I actually used gouache back in my GCSEs at school. And at that point, I didn't really know anything about them. I don't know why I ended up using it, but the gouache that I used, like, smelled weird. Like, I don't know if the old gouache used to smell like that, or maybe my set was just a weird kind of smell, but these don't smell at all, which is quite nice. And yeah, so I haven't used gouache since then, and I didn't remember how it worked, what consistency it was, but oh, it's really fun to work with. You can add more water and you get more of a watercolour effect, or you can use it just, you know, on its own, and it's even thicker than acrylic, really. It's so unusual. It's like opaque watercolour though, and oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Used my hairdryer lots to dry in between. And I kept going in with my pencil to bring back the dark bits and to help me with the shading. I wasn't happy with her face for quite a while. But I had to bring in her neck more. I had to change her nose. And eventually I've got it to a point where I'm really, really pleased with it. So lots of touch-ups at the end. Oh, and I also had to bring her forehead down a bit. It was very long or during the painting process. I don't know why her head got in such a strange shape. So there's me touching up the top of red and going over the background to blend that out, basically. And yeah, so I finally got to a point where I was really pleased with it. Now with this process, I also got out my skin coloured pencils just to help me with the arm. So I just wanted to do that and really get intricate on the fingers as well. I wanted to make it even more interesting. I liked the background, I liked that it had this ombre effect, but I thought I'm just going to add some circles. And at first they were kind of a bit like little alien splodges. which I kind of liked. But then I did this lovely light pink one, which looked more like a bubble, and I was like, yes, that's what I want it to look like. So when I finished all the top ones that look like bubbles, I then decided that I didn't like the alien looking circles. So I went over them with the gouache, which went amazingly, by the way. It's so opaque and gorgeous. And then went over them and made them look more like the rest of them. And I'm really pleased with it. So here is some peeling off the tape, which everyone always loves to watch. Oh yeah. Ooh, oh, almost completely satisfying. Pulled up a bit of the paper, but hey, lovely jubbly. Yeah, pulled off the tape, and then I also trimmed down the sides to make a nice square border. And there's my finished piece. So here is my finished piece. I'm so proud of this, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I absolutely love the background. It just was an idea that popped into my brain, and it actually went well, so I'm really pleased with it. If, like me, you're into your arts and crafts, then feel free to head over to my Facebook page. It's called Cassie's Creativity Club, and basically we all share our artwork and encourage and inspire each other to do lots more. I also love to share your artwork as well. So this was posted in my art club, and this is by Lydia Repton. She painted this bottle with a gorgeous flower, and I think she did an absolutely fantastic job. Also, random comment of the week is from Jessica H. She said, "This is awesome. I love the way you use your eraser to do the detail work in the plants." So yes, this is something that I use all the time. I use my eraser as much as my pencil. So thank you so much, Jessica. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for watching my video. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week. Bye.